Hi, this is Sam. Welcome back. We're on day 2 of our tutorial and we've made quite good progress. We've finished the bunch of flowers and we're going to, this video we're going to do the bee and the next video we're going to do the shirt. So with the bee, there are a couple of components. There's the actual bee obviously and then the wings as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to notch things up a little bit and we're going to do a little bit of outlining. So I like to use Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners for outlining and also Stabilo fine liners. If you don't have fine liners, don't panic. You can even do this with pencil. You just need to do it with a nice sharp pencil. So I'm not going to do the whole bee, but I'm going to focus, I'm just going to do the legs because it kind of is representative of the whole bee, and then also I'm going to do the eye and the wing. So I'm going to start off with outlining. I'm using a light brown color. One of the reasons I think that it would be good for us to do outlining on this little bee is because there are a lot of kind of pointy shapes from the fur of the bee, and it would be really good to get some definition of those. So you can see with the outlining, just following the lines. You don't need to rush this, you can take your time. I think if you can manage to get it, you know, the outside points are important because they contrast against the shirt, so we want to be able to get a nice crisp finish there. You can see I'm just going on the outline at the moment on the outside. Where things are a little bit undefined, you can also be a bit undefined. You don't have to be too perfect or exact with this. Obviously you want to, you know, kind of keep it neat, but you're going to color over so you can fix up any, you know, kind of perceived mistakes that you made when you do your coloring. So I just want to do a little bit of this outlining just to give you a sense of, especially for people that haven't really done a lot of outlining, how to go about it. Just following the lines nicely, tracing the lines. You can see I'm not being particularly perfect or exact. You might find when you start colouring that you've missed a line. You can always go back and add it in, no problem. Okay, so that pretty much, just adding a bit of detail over there. That pretty much is the outlining done. So I'm going to colour this section now so that you can see what it is that you need to do for the rest. We're going to use 2 colours. The one is the orange and the other is like a red-brown color. The polychromo, Faber-Castell polychromo color is called red-violet, which is probably a good description of it. The first thing we're going to do is with this red-brown is we're going to go and add in some of the shadow detail. You can see there are already some quite darkish spaces, so just to capture all of that. This is a really beautiful color. It's a very, very warm red, I mean a very warm brown, and it's quite versatile. Also, yellow and brown are colors that I would never ever usually color with. I'm not a big fan of brown, I don't use it a lot, but this is a really fantastic color, and to my surprise and delight I worked out that yellow and brown really look fantastic together. So doing this little bee gives us a great chance to do that color combo. There we go. And that just look lovely. It's such a nice glow. Dark over here. You can all see nicely what I'm doing. By just, with colouring, by just pressing dark and pressing light, you can create such a lovely effect without having to change pencils or colours or anything. Here we go, just bringing in a bit of detail there. Creating lovely, like, kind of graded coloured effect. Where it's dark, where you can see Bennett's put in some dark detail for us, going there dark with your pencil. The dark is really what creates a fantastic contrast, so don't be scared to do that. That's looking quite nice, taking shape. And then with your orange pencil, we're going to go in and just add a bit of detail so that we warm things up a little bit. So again, nothing too scientific about where that we are picking up the colour, blending it into the brown. Look how lovely that looks. It just gives it such a nice glow. Kind of getting that lovely honey bee combination of colours. This was one of the reasons why for the bee we chose the light yellow to do as the base layer, because it's an easy colour to colour over, which means that you can apply lots of layers on top of it. I think that looks really great. So that gives you an example of basically how to go about doing the whole bee. You're going to get a lovely kind of graded finish with that. And then for the eye and the wings, we're going to outline first with an aqua colour. I like to use this colour rather than using blue, because the blue can be quite dark, whereas this aqua is a lovely light colour actually, and very versatile. You can use it with blues or greens. The pencil colour that you put with it, really, it takes it on. So just a nice light outline, the wings over there and here. There's been many discussions about this little piece over here. Is it the wing or is it the shirt? I think we kind of agreed finally that it's part of the wing. You want to do the contrast against the fingers so that you get that sense of the wings being behind the hand. In that little corner there as well. Okay, so for wings, I like to do quite a light layer of yellow first, just to give it a little bit of something. I like to do layers of yellow for everything actually, but okay, there we go. Just a light layer of yellow. And then with the aqua pencil, to work into the shadow areas a little bit, making them a bit darker. But with wings I find that you need to have kind of like quite a light touch. It helps to keep it translucent. I want to put a bit of colour down, almost like more like a hint of colour than a solid layer of colour. There we go. Darker down here at the bottom. There's a bit of detail shadow that you can put in there, a bit darker against the hand. Almost missed that piece out over there. There we go, that already looks quite nice. And it works also if you add like a hint, I mean like a tiny little hint of kind of like a purple or a cerise color to just give it that almost like rainbow, translucent rainbow effect. But very, very light. Just go over. It's more a hint of color than anything else. It does look quite nice. You know, bits of it. So there we go, something like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the eyes. So the first thing is that when you do your outlining for your bee, you're going to put brown in here, and you're going to build this color up around here. And then what we're going to do with the eyes, we're going to, with the fine liner, go on the inside of the eye, so you're going to get two layers of outlining next to each other. The one is kind of for the eye and the other one's for the outside of the eye. I'm going to stay with the same effect as we're doing for the wings. So first you just put a very light layer of yellow, like that. Careful to keep your white, reflective white spaces open. Then aqua over everywhere, keeping the white spaces open, a little bit darker. This needs quite a strong deep color, so I'm using the dark green blue that we've been using all the way through. Just add that in there, the side here as well. And then a tiny little smidgen of like lime green, just to kind of pull this all together, blending the different colors together. You know, things like eyes also, it's something that you'll fiddle with. They're quite, it's quite personal, and you know, once you do your own, you'll see you'll add a bit of light or dark here and there. So that pretty much covers for now the bee, the wings, and the bee's eye. And when we come back for the next video, we're going to do the shirt. Catch up with you guys in a bit.